Hello guys, it is me, Beyond Sight, here with another video for you. So, earlier this evening, I was looking online for a truly accessible MP3 player. Not that the iPod Touch is not a accessible music player that you can do all the music consumption that you want or whatever. It's okay, but okay, so seriously, it's a touch device, and I've been okay with touch devices since 2010 or 2011. I just, officially started using a touchscreen device in 2015. Now, I've been fine with touch devices all my life, ever since I started using them. If you know me personally, you know how old I am. Or if you know me on Skype. But don't say it in the comments, please don't. But anyways, the device that I'm talking about is a fully featured MP3 player. It does more than just play music. You can record memos and notes. You can read books, ebooks and stuff. You can, see the time and date. There's a compass. There is a couple of other things. There's there's just a few things. You can do a few different things. You could, play music. You can do a few different things. You can read books. You can play music, record. There's a compass. There's the clock. There's a calculator. I forgot to mention that. But how to use it, I have no idea, and I'm pretty sure it involves the buttons in some way, because there's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 0. There's none of that. There are 15 buttons. A power and a record. The up, down, left, right arrow pad with the select button in the middle. A couple of other buttons that I don't remember about. 2 on the top row of 3 buttons are volume buttons. There would be an info button, there's a menu button, there's a couple of other buttons. And yeah, so it's a button. It's fully operated by, pressing buttons and listening to speech. It comes with a built-in speech synthesizer. Which one? I have no idea. Don't ask. It comes with 6 gigabytes of internal storage with an SD card slot for more storage if needed. Possibly you would have up to 38 gigabytes of storage. 6 times 5 is about 30. So, probably 32, I would imagine, is the biggest. You don't have to have an SD card, but it's an option. You can add files to it, you can get books, you can calculate things, you can do a few different things. It's not really endless what you can do, but whatever you can do with it, you can just do whatever you want to do. There are 4 ports on said device. a charging port, a headphone jack, a line-in jack, and an SD card slot, or an SD card port, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it has a screen or not, but if it does, well then it does. There used to be an MP3 player back in the early 2010s called the Tiny Toons talking music player. There are only 6 buttons on the device, as far as I remember. How much storage? I have no idea, but it was very small. Even back in 2013, people said that the Tiny Toons was a bad MP3 player. It only got up to 1 year or 2 years worth of updates, and boom, it was done. So I don't recommend the Tiny Toons. There are accessible MP3 players, like Apple's iPod Touch series. Now, word of advice, get either the 3rd generation and above. There are 5 generations of the iPod Touch that actually have voiceover, which are the 3rd generation, 4th generation, 5th generation, 6th generation, and 7th generation. The latter of which was released in May of 2019, and it's the most recent iPod Touch out there. It has a 4-button layout. It has 4 buttons on the device. 1, a power button. 2, a volume up button. 3, a volume down button. 4, a home button. You may think, oh, those control the device. Wrong. Yeah, the touch display. A 4-inch display, to be exact, that you can use to navigate the device. Swiping, double tapping, doing voiceover gestures that you do normally. The device is around $199.99. It ranges from 32 gigabytes of internal storage all the way up to 256 gigabytes of internal storage. Now, those are just the main iPods that are out there. The 7th generation is a iPod on life support, basically, because it's literally got no updates besides the fact that it has the A10 Fusion chip. And that's it. That is a 2016 chipset used 3 years later in the most modern iPod Touch. Now, it does have a rechargeable battery, but be warned, the battery is very small and doesn't last long at all. It lasts probably about, give or take about 2 or 3 hours, and then you'll be done. Maybe 4, 2, 3, or 4, maybe 3 at the most. I would probably say 3. The iPod Touch line currently got the 6th and 7th generation are both getting 4 years of support. The 6th generation's last year of support was in 2019. It may or may not be getting some software updates here and there to fix some security issues. The 2019 7th generation iPod Touch has 2 more years of software updates from September 2021 to September 2023 or October 2023, whenever that comes out. So I got 2 more years worth of software updates available for the iPod Touch. Now, I've had an iPod Touch that was released in 2010 that I reviewed on this channel about 2 years ago. and yes, it's been 2 years since I've reviewed it. It had a total of 8 gigabytes worth of internal storage. It didn't even have a quarter of what my current iPod Touch has in features. Sure, my iPod Touch has 32 gigabytes worth of storage, but it packs a punch whenever you look at all the features. As an app store, it has it has Siri. The 5th generation, I believe, was the first to ever have it. As far as I know, it was. I don't know. But the 4th generation had software updates up until 2013. Ouch, that was only 3 years worth of support. Actually, it had support up until 2014, if you think about it. But not, software updates, but maybe app support. But that's beside the point. There is a voice recorder that I have that I know plays music. However, it's not a direct music player. You can play music. There are basic functions of the music player. The music player only includes the following, and it is only limited to playback of music, going back and forward through tracks, and you can add music to it. You can probably even delete music. But that's about it. You can't put music in a certain album. No, it's very limited. In fact, that voice recorder that I'm talking about is the Olympus DM720 voice recorder. And it is not 100% accessible. There are several parts of the recorder that you cannot access anything. Whether it be the calendar search, system information, or the property, you can't access those 3 sections or parts or, parts of the recorder. Now the MP3 player, I'm not sure how old it is, but if it supports the current date and time, heck yeah, I'm gonna get it. Or at least I might want to try to get it sometime. That thing costs $199.95 on the Braille store. It is a very cool device with tactile buttons. The manuals, even on the website itself, you can even look at the manual. You can, it's kind of cool, but it has a menu with a bunch of different stuff. I don't know, but I'd like to get that sometime. I mean, it has a recorder, it has a recorder menu. You can probably look at all the folders. And it probably has one recordings folder. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you can look at files, you can look at, certain stuff. I don't know what synthesizer it uses, but if you guys have one, let me know in the comments. Those that are blind, if you guys have it, let me know in the comments. Because it would be kind of cool to check out. A 15-button layout, very simple, It's kind of designed like a voice recorder, I recognize, but not exactly. But it really doesn't matter. Because it might use micro USB, and I'm fine with that. If it uses micro USB, then that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, I already have a bajillion micro USB cables. Well, I lied. I don't have a lot, but I do have maybe one or two at my disposal that I can probably use. In fact, maybe even the supplied micro USB cable or whatever cable comes with it. A pair of headphones could be included. Very cool. But I don't know. If it comes with a CD, I'm sunk because I don't know. I mean, internally 6 gigabytes of storage is not much at all. But when you're talking MP3, just audio files in general, think about how much storage you might be using. Now, the music will have to be provided by the user. You can't just buy an MP3 player and say, oh, it's going to have music on it, let's play it. Nah, it may have a sample song, but you may or may not like it. This is why you're supposed to provide the music like an iPod. Originally, when iPods came out, you used to sync them up to your iTunes account and put the music on there that you've bought or music that you've downloaded on there that way. And if I'm complaining about 6 gigabytes worth of storage, I'd have to really think about the 5 gigabyte hard drive on an original iPod made by Apple. And that probably didn't have anything accessibility-wise. Now, you can make a non-accessible iPod, well, MP3 player accessible by using a free program called Rockbox that you can get for your Windows computer. If you have an iPod lying around or an MP3 player that is supported by Rockbox, then by all means, go ahead, put the screen reader accessibility thing on there that you want. Rockbox is actually its own operating system, but it doesn't take the place of the iPod. But anyways, it's kind of my video. If you guys like this video, please comment down below that you liked it, and please be sure to hit the subscribe button. 3 away from 300 subscribers. Let's hit it, folks. Let's hit it. See ya.